Vinyl Tag 2024. Let's get right into it. This is Daryl D TV. And you know, when it comes to these tags, when it comes to going through records and talking about records, this is what I do. So let's just get right into it. 20 questions. Question number 1: what was your best purchase from 2024, new or old? And for me, it would be Mystic, Cuts for Luck, and Scars for Freedom. This album came out quite a long time ago. The original, it's not on here. I believe this came out back in 2012 or somewhere in there, give or take a year or two. But the vinyl release on it was super limited. I actually had to get this on CD. When I finally found out that there actually was a vinyl release, it was super sky high. For years, I never even saw one available for sale. And then when I did see one pop up, it was $200+. So all these years later, I believe this was a Record Store Day release, if I'm not mistaken, but I'm not sure. There were two actually re-releases of this. I think one was a Record Store Day a few years ago, and it was just released again in 2024, and I finally got to pick it up. This is Mystic, and she is a wonderful, incredible rapper slash singer, and that's all you will hear on this album. It's a beautiful album, and this was, I think, my best purchase for 2024. At least the best I can remember. I have no idea of all the records I bought in 2024. Wasn't a whole lot, though. Question number 2. 50 years later, what's the best album that came out in 1974? Well, there was a lot of incredible albums that came out in 74, but for me, the one that stood out the most was Bobby Humphrey's Blacks and Blues. This is Bobby's first album. I believe she was super young. I'm not even sure if she was 20. She might have been 18 or 17 or something like that in there. And it's definitely a jazz album, and it is super funky, super smooth and soothing. I was fortunate enough to find my copy for $2. So that was cool. Last time, I just recently saw some postings for this, and it was pretty high up there, a whole lot more than I would spend. But yeah, if you know about this album on Blue Note, then you know. Bobby Humphrey's Blacks and Blues. Question number 3, an album that defines a genre. I don't think any one album defines a genre, but I'm just going to go ahead with Run DMC, their first self-titled album. Just beats and rhymes. That's it, from the golden age, in my opinion, of rap music. This is a record that definitely led to rap music being crossed over, and a lot of different people who never listened to rap started listening to rap based off of this album. And that was especially the case. The big bump was later when Raising Hell came out, their third album. But yeah, Run DMC, I think everyone could get into this record, especially if you are not a fan of rap music and you're looking to maybe dabble into rap music. This is a great intro album. Best band from your home country. I live in the United States. There could have been a zillion answers for this question. I picked Maze. This is a great album. I you know, rest in peace to Frankie Beverly. But this band is incredible. I've seen them in concert probably at least 5 times, and it's always like a family reunion or a cookout or one of those things where you see a lot of people just gathering together and having a good time, hearing some good music and eating some good barbecue. Maze is my pick for the best band from my region of the world. An artist I miss dearly. This is question number 5. That was pretty obvious. It's the greatest that ever did it, Prince. Yes, it still hurts. It's still painful. It's still hard to deal with. And, the way he went, I definitely feel like he was taken out. There's no doubt in my mind, personally. Wasn't what they said it was. If you think that, then you don't know this man very well, or don't follow him at least as close as I do. But I miss this brother right here. Still hard to listen to a lot of his music. Question number 6. What is the best live album in my collection? I have a lot of live albums. I just went with the one that I listen to the most. And that would be Erykah Badu Live. Fantastic album. I talked about this on another video. I believe it was another tag video. And let me tell you how bad this record is. This is Erykah Badu's second release. This is her second album. So think about that for a second. How good of a singer must you be for your second album to be a live album of your first album? That's how good this is. I don't have to say anything more. Let's keep moving. Question number 7. Your partner just dumped you. What album are you putting on? I don't know what kind of weirdo question that is. I'm not thinking about no music if I just got dumped. I never heard of anybody taking a record and putting it on after they got dumped. I don't even understand that. That's crazy. I don't have an answer for that. I get dumped. I'm not thinking about no music. And I'm certainly not thinking about some music that will make me sadder. And I never heard of any music that actually made me feel better from being sad or depressed. So I got nothing for you. Question number 8. The best sounding drums on an album. You know, I listen to a lot of rap music, so there's drums. Then you get into some jazzy stuff and maybe some R&B stuff. There's a lot of drums in there. I can't honestly say I have ever focused in on drums early. A lot of records, they got songs, a lot of songs that have a lot of really heavy, funky drums on it, and then some not so heavy, not so funky. So I just picked out one that's kind of known for drums. That's the JB's Food for Thought right here. You got Clive Stubberfield on this record, and, you know, funky is funky. So JB's for this one. Question number 9. Favorite artist who is a member of 2 or more bands. I might be a little cheating on this one, but it's still realer than real. I'm going to go with George Clinton, who was a member of Parliament and who was a member of Funkadelic. Now, some might say, well, he created both of these bands. Yes, he did. But the question didn't say anything about creating or not creating. Who's your favorite member from more than one band? George Clinton. You can find somebody better? Let me know. Question number 10. The Beatles or the Stones? Now, whoever came up with this ridiculous question just automatically assumed that everyone, or at least everyone who would participate in this tag, listens to the Beatles or the Stones. I don't listen to neither one of them cats, okay? So that question, I can't answer that question. I got a better question for you. How about Tribe or De La? Hit me back when you answer that one. Question 11. If you found a bag of weed, what record are you listening to? Really? So everybody's a weed head now, huh? Nah, not Daryl D. Daryl D doesn't get high. Daryl D doesn't drink. If I find some weed, I'm throwing it in a dumpster. That's where that's going. Come on. Question number 12. What album from the 80s are you still listening to? Well, every record that I bought in the 80s, I'm still listening to right now. So for me, it was just literally about grabbing one and showing it to you. I would like to show you the Oh My God album by Dougie Fresh. This is the album that I consistently listen to from the 80s. There was a little room in between the show Lottie Dottie 12-inch which was super humongous, and then when this came out, so everybody was waiting for this album, just based off of the show Lottie Dottie single. No skips on here at all. Great singles off of here. This is a great album. Dougie Fresh and the Get Fresh crew. One of my favorites in the whole world. Got to meet Barry B and Chill Will a few years back. Still waiting to meet my man Dougie, but this is the one from the 80s that is on regular rotation here. An artist whose political stand you're soured on. Question number 13. I don't get involved in politics. I don't vote. That stuff doesn't work. So when it comes to music and politics, there's really no crossover. I can guarantee you that most of these records back here, somebody disagrees with me with something. It's not anything new. I separate the music from the politics, or at least I try to. A lot of people who do cross the two, it's almost like walking into a wall. Both parties, same thing. Politics have failed us all. You know what I'm saying? And if you question that, just let history be your guide. How successful has it been? When was the last time a president came to the end of their whatever reign or whatever you want to call it, and you heard somebody say, now that was a great president. Wow, look at all of the beautiful results. Look at how happy everybody is. You've never heard it, and you've never said it, if you're honest. So the only people that really benefit from politics are crooked people who are involved or in the whole politic thing. So I got nothing for you again. Let's move on. 14, show a favorite record label. Okay. One that popped up in my mind is Payday. Now, Payday, the reason why I picked this one, and for the record, this particular record is DJ Premier featuring A$AP Ferg. I've never seen a record, and I don't want to pretend like I have everything that Payday ever released, but I have a lot of their stuff. I've never seen or heard an artist on Payday that I didn't like, that wasn't super duper funky. And it's kind of cool when you see that label kind of going around and around with the little oval thing in there. Payday is incredible. When I think of Payday, I think of J. Rue the Damager. I think of Dub C. I think of DJ Premier. It's just a great label. Lot of fantastic rap music on this level. So that would be my choice for a favorite label, Payday Records. Number 15, a run of 3 great singles. Well, that would come off of the Grind Date from De La Soul. And the 3 singles that I want to show from on here, first would be Shopping Bag single with Grind Date on the other side. My next one would be Much More with Shoop on the other side. And my last one would be Rock Cocaine Flow featuring MF Doom. And It's Like That featuring Carl Thomas. The Grind Date has definitely become my favorite Daylight album. It was Stakes is High until this came out. This is my favorite Daylight album, start to finish. It's a beautiful album. 3 great, beautiful singles from that album. So that would be my choice. Number 16, a record store day release that you listen to consistently. I spoke about this in another video. This was Rick James, You and I, with Fire and Desire on the B-side. I haven't bought a record from Record Store Day probably since I bought this, and this was 2014, if I remember correctly. You and I, great song, but Fire and Desire, probably one of the best slow songs in R&B ever. So I had to pick that one. It's a super long version of it. This is just under 20 minutes long. Rick James and Tina Marie. If you know, you know. This is one that gets regular rotation. I listen to it often. The kind you can just put on and walk away from and do your thing. Master Rick. 17. Any artist to be reincarnated as, dead or alive. Alright, I'll play along. I'm going to pick live. And I'm going to pick any member of New Edition. I would like to come back as any one of these cats on concert night. You understand? I'm the biggest New Edition fan in the world. I've seen them in concert many times. It's nothing like it. There's absolutely nothing like a New Edition show. So yeah, I've always loved the dance moves, the songs, the reaction from the crowd. Yeah, I would love to be one of these guys. Number 18, the best 3 lines in a song. I don't know any songs that have just 3 lines and that's, kind of complete within itself. Most songs have 4 lines that would complete a bar, if you will. So I'm going to give you 4 lines. It's from this incredible rap group out of Long Beach, Ugly Duckling. This is I Did It Like This, but on the B-side, there's a song called Friday Night. And there's a bar in Friday Night that goes, after the show, it's hugs and handshakes. Then the band breaks for shakes and pancakes. I'm home for bran flakes and Z's. Hit the bath mat, take a hot shower, and a cat nap, please. Question number 19, an album that you never get tired of. A lot of those, but one that I chose is Jill Scott. Who is Jill Scott? Just super duper soulful, super duper smooth, super soothing, lot of good content on here. I can't put this record down. Got the CD in the car. Yeah, I still play CDs in the car. And got the vinyl for the crib. You understand what I'm saying? So, yeah, Jill Scott, there's no skips on here. Love every one of these albums. If you're into soul music, modern soul, this is a great pick. It's been out for a while, but definitely an incredible, incredible record that I never, ever get tired of. Last question, question number 20. Share your favorite VC channel. I don't look at a lot of VC channels, but there are a few that I am watching pretty consistently. And I already answered this question for another tag some months back. And the answer to that question was June's Music Corner. I picked that channel because that's the one channel where he consistently shows records that I love, and most records that he shows I actually own. So there's nothing like having something in common almost down to the very T. But on another note, I've been really enjoying Young LP Lovers channel. Um, I love the way he breaks records down, hauls that he finds, and his different topics are incredible. Check it out. And I have to go with Embarrassment of Riches. Um, he shows a lot of he shows records that I dig and that I like, some many that I own. Outside of that, he's got an incredible sense of humor. So I always look forward to laughing at something that he says or does. He's a character. So check him out too. Young LP Lovers, Embarrassment of Riches, and June's Music Corner. 3 for 1, baby. Peace.